Scheffler's down to 4.5 to 1. Right? New daddy now. I mean, he's Scottie Scheffler, so it's hard to say anything about it, but that's really low odds. Rory down to 8 to 1. What, Dom? You're not buying it?
No, that's garbage. Those odds are. I think the odds should be 7, 8, 9. I think it should be 7 to 1 Scottie, 8 to 1 Rory, 9 to 1 Brooks. That's how I envision the odds in my head.
So you think Brooks is a bargain right now? 14 to 1 for those of you with us on the radio side.
I do. I think that's
Xander Schauffele is 16 to 1. John Rahm is 20 to 1.
We just talked about it as a mental block. Should be 100 to 1. Because these are odds to win the golf tournament, Matt, not to play in it.
Well, when I'm looking at that list, Ludwig at 20 to 1 right now. I'm not feeling it with Ludwig. I know he's got the bad knee. That's why I'm saying this, right? Did you just say that on the air, or am I just sounding like a lunatic answer?
I said he was 12. He's like 12 years old. What do you mean he has a bad knee?
In other words, you shouldn't have a bad knee. He should still be like rubber and bouncing.
It's like my 8-year-old going, my knee hurts. Come on, you're 8. Knee
That's
hurts.
a problem, though, right? How does Tiger have better odds than Phil? How is Phil a better investment than Tiger?
I think they're just fun to bet on. They're not going to win, so it's just be like, I got to put $5 out on Tiger.
You think it's
just
that's
so you can say it's like it's just
so it's small dollars.
Because.
That's what it is. It's like I put $5 down on Tiger.
Yeah, because it's Tiger. Yeah, it's just,
Justin Thomas
in your heart of hearts, you're just flushing $5 down the toilet.
Yeah, but look at those three: Clark, Homa, and Thomas are the same odds.
I mean, currently, yes.
You'd put at the same odds. You'd put money down on JT right now.
You're asking. I'm just telling. Those are the odds.
Am I talking to you?
I didn't.
You talking to me?
The odds. I didn't create the odds. Those are the current odds. I do not agree with the current odds. I already changed the top 3. No, I think that's terrible. If I was going to pick a guy from that group, I'd pick Max Homa.
Right. I'd go Scheffler, McIlroy, Koepka, Schauffele, Rahm, Morikawa, DeChambeau, Homa are the ones that I'm feeling right now of that list.
What do you think about the golf course and how it pertains to these players? Now, we are literally going off the rails left and right here. We haven't talked about the weather, but I've got a lot of stuff in my head and I'm trying to get it to come out in the right order. Just give me a second.
So you were just talking about you when you're saying everything's going on.
The weather is not great right now. It looks kind of wet. And the golf course, which we know is already going to have rather thick rough, I would anticipate with the weather, it's probably going to play longer than it is, Matt. These are beautiful pictures. That's the first at Valhalla. Beautiful pictures here coming in from the courtesy of the PGA of America of Valhalla. And we'll have more chance talking a lot about this over the next few days. But with the weather being what it's expected, and we can go over that, Matt, I would anticipate that it's going to play significantly longer. And the rough is going to be thick. It doesn't play like a Pinehurst. So with that as backdrop, Andrew, put the odds over some of these pictures. With that as backdrop, what does that do to the odds in your mind? Who is that going to favor? Is that going to favor someone like DeChambeau? Should his odds be better because of that?
They're all long. I don't think, I mean, a wet golf course doesn't really hurt these guys. It helps them in terms of firing at pins. The golf course itself, to me, it just struck me as kind of wet. I know it's got world-class drainage engineering, but there's a lot of water that surrounds it, and it just struck me as a lush golf course. I'm not crazy about it, to be honest with you. It seems a little overdone to me, but so no, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think the fact that the course is wet is going to be an asset to anyone. I mean, when you look at the list where I told you that there'd be guys that I'd say, oh yeah, Scheffler, McIlroy, Koepka, Schauffele, Rahm, DeChambeau and Homa, all of those are long players. Morikawa is the only one of that group that's not a particularly long player, but he's really good with his approach shots, whether they be long irons or not. He's just really solid in that area, and it seems like he's found something recently.
Well,
So,
one of the things that makes me excited, Matt, is the fact that for the first time in quite a long time, in my opinion, we have some incredible storylines coming into a major championship that are not centered around Tiger Woods, right? Scottie Scheffler's on a historic tear, and if he won, it would be history, right? If Rory wins, again, not only is he a guy that's been on a tear, but now you're talking about history. This is a guy who's been trying to cement his place. He hasn't won a major in a decade. Him winning would be insane, and he couldn't be more on form right now. And Brooks is coming off of victory. And Andrew, don't we have a list of all-time winningest major champions somewhere? A list of Andrew's going to find it. We got it. But we got Rory and Brooks who are looking to get one more major on that tally. I mean, we're talking about Brooks, if he wins, getting into territory where, what is he, Matt? Top 5, top 8 golfer in the history of the world? And then you've got Jordan Spieth. I know he's been playing like crap, but if he wins the Grand Slam. There's some crazy stories here that have nothing to do with Tiger Woods.
Right. There's also the fact when you're talking about Brooks, talk about rarefied air. If he wins this PGA Championship, he joins Walter Hagen, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods in a category of having won 4 or more PGA Championships. Just let that sink in for a second. That's the kind of company he's keeping. You can see there that list. If he wins again, then Brooks is going to join the company of Phil Mickelson, Nick Faldo, and Lee Trevino on the all-time list. Yeah, what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's still young.
Yeah.
And now he's healthy again. I mean, that's a scary proposition. That's a real...
It is, yeah.
And he's gone on record in these press conferences saying that he truly thinks and believes and expects to make it to double-digit major championships.
Yeah,
and you can see on that list, there's only 3 freaking names in that category. So yeah. I just get excited, Matt, when obviously you always get excited for a major, but... And you also have little side storylines, right? Like Ludwig Oberg, I know you're complaining about his knee or whatever, but he's looked like potentially the next superstar, like global, insane level golfer. If he wins, then he's really starting to cement his spot as the next huge thing. How many can he win? So there's a lot of stories here that I think are absolutely fascinating, and we haven't talked about a lot of them. Those are just the first 4 or 5, Matt.